Um, Not bad. I asked Mr. Rochester if he wanted to be in the video. I guess he does. Or not. He's leaving. Okay. He just wanted to be in the opening. Wait, is he back? Hold on. Saturday night with Mr. Rochester. Anyways, you can see my hair, and that's really all that matters. And hopefully, you can hear what I'm saying. So tonight's film. I took 2 days off, if you didn't notice, because I watched 10 short films on Wednesday, and I was tired, and I had podcasting and things. So, anyways, cat, just there you go. I watched Allison Anders' Gas Food Lodging from 1992. Prior to this, I had seen Grace of My Heart, which stars Ileana Douglas, and I highly recommend that one if you get a chance. It's from 98, I think. But Gas Food Lodging was on YouTube for their VOD, and you can rent. It was $4 for the HD for 2 days, which I think is pretty much what I paid for a DVD 10 years ago. So at my hometown rental store. Except it wasn't HD, so yay, VOD. It was very good. I had been meaning to see this film for years. It stars Brooke Adams, who was in oh god, the Terrence Malick with the locusts. Wow, my brain's not working. Days of Heaven. And it also starred Ione Skye. I always say her name wrong. Ione Skye from Say Anything, and Fairuza Balk, whom I always think of as from The Craft. She's been in many things, but very memorably in The Craft, as a single mom, Brooke Adams, and her two daughters, Ione Skye and Fairuza Balk. And Trudy's the older one, and she's a rebel for various reasons that you find out later and are very heartbreaking. And Shade, the younger, let's call it good daughter, but she's just shy and sort of growing still, And she's obsessed with a Mexican film star named Elvira Rivero. She goes and sees her movies all the time. It reminds me of my obsession with just watching movies all the time, except I didn't get to see them in theaters every day. And so it's about, I would say about a year or so in their lives, and their relationships with each other and with various men. But it's like, I want to say it's like 75% the women and just a little peppering of men, which I always find refreshing. Like, let's have all the screen time be women, and then occasionally a man can come in and, we can stare at his ass. Which, there's this really great scene. Fairuza Balk's character, Shade, she's trying to find a man for her mom because she thinks that's what's going to make them a family. And she finds this guy coming out of a bar, and she, looks him up and down, and it's such a beautiful, montage of the, cuts of all the parts of him that she's looking at, and it's such a wonderful little bit of male gaze, or female gaze, that every time a movie does that, I'm like, yes, we need this all the time. I was trying to do that. And then Trudy eventually falls in love with a man from England who is collecting rocks, and he's super hot, which is always good. And then things happen that I'm not going to get into because I don't want to spoil the film, but so I guess really what I want to say is how much I loved these women, how real they felt, how they felt like teenage girls. They felt like a harried mom. It felt like a mother and daughter fighting. It felt like sisters. It felt like the awkward teenage where you're just trying to fix your family, but you're trying to fix yourself also. It just really felt true. And it's not often you get teenage girls that really feel like teenage girls, and I think that's because most teenage girls aren't written by women, so they're written by people who never were teenage girls. And unless you were a teenage, people can observe what a teenage girl is like from the outside, but to really know what a teenage girl feels like, you have to have been a teenage girl. It's a unique, harrowing experience, and you end up coming out like a phoenix or a butterfly after you get through it. But it is hard to get through. I'm shuddering just thinking of my own teenage years. That was like 10 years ago. I was a teenager. It's fantastic. I'm almost over it. um, so I really loved the cinematography in it. It was shot by let me see, Dean Lent. I don't know what else he's done, but the cinematography was beautiful. Set in New Mexico, and there's just beautiful desert scapes, I guess is what you'd call them. And Fairuza Balk's costumes, like her outfits, I just want to go back in time and steal them all. I'm going to steal them. I want them. She won an Independent Spirit Award for this film. And I think the director, Allison Anders, won several festival awards for it, I think. Let me see. Yeah, she won at the Deauville Film Festival, and it was nominated for several Independent Spirit Awards. She won Best New Director at the New York Film Critics Circle Awards. I guess it's available on Amazon also. I don't really like the Amazon Player that much, so if you want to rent it, I would suggest the YouTube. You can pay through PayPal. That's what I did. So this was from 1992, written and directed by Allison Anders, and starring Brooke Adams, Ione, Skye, and Fairuza Balk, and it's amazing, and you should definitely check it out.